believe in Santa Claus, it's easy for you to accept the mystery God. It's the same concept. He got a list telling you who's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? And God watching them, you're going to go to hell if you don't be good. Always see the same game, another name. But who is Santa Claus? The white man. They got black Santa Claus now. We know that. And they got black Jesus now. We know that. You know, that we're so smart nowadays, we don't even go for that anymore. Who's going to go for it? We got a lot of people go for it because the kids are programmed and you want to see the kids happy with other kids. I say, stop that foolishness. Stop it. Let them kids know the truth. Don't have to be going through the hell of miseducation and have to come up like we had with the knowledge of ourselves when we teenagers and grown men. You know what I mean? And now, we already caught up in a whole lot of negativity as a lifestyle. As a lifestyle, we're righteous robbing, we're righteous getting high. You know what I'm saying? Because we was already caught up like that. We never came out of it. Or we came out for a minute and got caught up right back up in it. You know? Just imagine if we never mess with stimulant, how greater we'd be. Now they're coming up with some new stuff. I don't know what it is. You get some stuff, you put on a foil, you sniff it up, and it's out. An hour or two, or you might just die. If you're trying to die, you're close to death. I don't know what that is. We ain't talking about the fentanyl. You know, that's old. We just getting to it. That's old news. They got this new stuff. I don't know what it is. And they're making it up. They feed it to who? In Godfather 3, when you talk about them selling drugs, they say, who don't sell it to them? Sell it to them niggas, they animals anyway. Huh? And that's what they're still doing. They're making themselves rich off our labor. You know? Now, our labor is us trying to kill ourselves, trying to get out of this hell into a heaven. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make our own metaverse. No, the metaverse. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. You know? Because this is his tactic he used with the Chinese. The Opium Wars. They force a whole country of people to take opium, trying to kick their asses out. You know what I'm saying? So they got us just all kind of drugs. You know, I come up in the drug game was back. I say come up, it's social change. Everybody, yes, different groups, made it illegally. Right? The Caucasians made it tobacco at first. There used to be a prohibition on tobacco, people don't even know about that. Then they came up with the alcohol. It's a prohibition on alcohol. We do know about that. A lot of us still don't know about that. You know? Then they came up with the heroin. And they had coke. But when the crack came, we came up. But we just didn't turn it over. You see all these people, like Giuliani, his family was common family. But they washed that money clean, put their kids through school, they opened up cleaning businesses, they become lawyers, and now, you know, it's legitimized, you know, of the blood of other people. They made it. They some killing people. They don't kill. When it comes to us, we just nothing. They kill each other. They make movies of that. And how these gangsters just shoot each other up. And they don't cry about us doing that now. They ain't nothing changed, it's the people changed. Because of the situation that we're in. But they hurried up and stopped us. Said, you had a gram of crack and you had a gram of coke. It's all the same cocaine, but you'll get more time for the crack. They got people now doing stupid numbers or never coming home for a little bit of crack, and those had piles of cocaine and they home. They got a psych game going, this guy. I don't know if he's a puppet or somebody's playing the president. That's not the same person. But anyway, he's going to pardon all the federal people for weed. But nobody's in the feds for weed. What the fuck? We so stupid that he's doing something for what? He did nothing. He did nothing. We've been tricked so much, and I'm so glad that the Father came with the knowledge of ourselves so we can see this dumbness even among ourselves and to admit our errors and change for the better. This is why refinement is definitely in my lessons. It's going to stay in my lesson. That's all you have to do. Refinement is change for the better. Do the next right thing. You can't go wrong with doing the next right thing. You know? And it's all about thinking. So we got our thinking together. We want knowledge before we want wisdom. So we have a clear understanding of what we want to do. This is the science of life that the Father gave us. The Muslims had wisdom, knowledge, understanding, because they was followers. The Father said, "You your own stuff, Lord Master. And the culture was you, our God." You know? There was no big eyes in you. We give him all praises due, because he was one of the first of us that woke up. He said, "No, don't worship me. We do what we do. Put our worth in him. Once you put worth in him, you worship." But we understand too that like father, like son, we understand that. And so we don't have where it's the top and you got the bottom. You have the head, you got the body. And when you take the head, the body dies. When he took the father, we got more numbers than he ever had when he was alive. Because he changed the whole game. You know? It's not that top down. You know? He gave us true equality. The reality of equality, he says, means we're equal to everything, but there are greater and lesser in all things. But we strive to help each other instead of being crabs in a barrel, help each other to get out the barrel. That's the only difference, you know? We got some crab apples. You know what I'm saying? We're taking care of this situation because it's affecting our kidney. And that's how it's supposed to go. We're supposed to go through this love hell already. We're supposed to go through this hell so we don't go through it again and come out right. Like we said in the beginning. You know? The scientists do the same thing, expecting the different results, and this is a teachable moment that we have to pay for a place that has our name on it. That's never happened again. Now we got an opportunity to build on our property. And like I said before, we must have a school and at least a clinic for us. Perfectly a food store. Not a grocery store, a food store. Because most of the stuff is non-foods. You know, they mostly, see, the FDA stands for Food and Drug Administration. But there's more drugs than there's food. They got food, just like they was grafted, they grafted the food. Right? What kind of food they call that? Organic? You know they call it, no, organic is natural. Genetically modified. I just wanted to bring it out. GMO. That's right. They genetically, so now you got a watermelon. It tastes good, it looks good, it got little white seeds. See, anything natural has a seed in order to reproduce it. They want to make us like that watermelon, but we can't reproduce. They're trying to genetically modify us too. You know, he's a master grafter because that's who he is, the grafted man. He's trying to graft the whole world in his image, in his likeness. You know, when they talk about let us make man in our own image, the us, our was us. The man that we made was a Caucasian man. That wasn't the beginning of us, because that was only 6,000 years. Let's just tell us that we made him 6,000 years ago. How it fits so beautiful, you know? 6,000 years he was given the rule. He said the rule was up in 1914. That's the cancer. See, when you get cancer, you don't die right away. You know what I'm saying? So it's a cancer that's going through this civilization. And it's changed. They want to change it. They want to have a new world order. But this is already a new world order. The real original world order is our world order. This is the grafted world order. That's a game. It's already here. It's already here. We're supporting it. You know? I mean, I like to dress, but we don't make a damn thing. Die with it. Isn't that a shame? We pick the cotton to make the materials for other people to wear, and we don't make nothing for ourselves. So worse than that, we all got a phone. It's tracking device. They ain't got to chip you. They know where you at by your phone. They got a record of that. You can go get the record of anybody and tell their whereabouts where they went by their phone. You know? This new world, they already got you chipped up. You don't need one time in my life. You in the house with a phone. I didn't even have no phone. We had a beeper, baby. No phone. Now, you won't be caught outside without a phone. Is that air conditioning? What do you need a phone for outside for? We had, if we missed a call, you know, we read the recording, the message, and see what happened, we call you up. It's not that serious. Now, you had a business where you have to be, you know, caught in what you're doing for business-wise. At any time, you might need a call, you know what I'm saying, for business. That's a necessity for it. We don't have a necessity for these phones. So they make us stuff, TikTok and what is it, candy apple bullshit, with orange questions. It's all cute. I go on the train and half the cars in. They don't know what's going on. You know? The man down the end, he's homeless, going crazy, they ain't paying no mind. At one time they, oh snap. Ooh, we go the next day, so caught up there. They didn't want to win. Crazy. You know, all of us take the buses and train and go on there, and half the people got their head down. Even walking in the street. You know, cars going, ain't all that, ain't very harmful. It's stupid. You walking right into traffic, playing your game. And you got people who have the nerve be playing their games while they're driving and texting while they drive. They got laws out now for that for driving. They get you texting and driving, or calling, they gonna get you. But man, it don't make no sense because they got earplugs now. You can do whatever they can hear while you're driving. You know, you get around that. But this is how people, concentration has been diverted, easily led in the wrong direction. And it's hard to be led in the right direction and telling them what they're going through. You know? It's not a judgment, it's just an actual fact. You know what I'm saying? You looking this way, in your pocket, you know the game? You know? Get out of my pocket, they kill Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? What do you call that? Misdirect? You know what I'm saying? We're being misdirected every day. You know, being programmed every day. With TV, there's a programming device, and we say, I gotta catch my program. Huh? I mean, when I was little, all the ladies, my moms and them, they had this, we call their stories, that's their programs, and soap operas, right? They wouldn't listen. Asian night, you know, yeah. Where's the world turns? Come on. They even had a cool one. I used to watch it. You know what I'm saying? Dark Shadows with Bob Scholar. Come on. They had us. Word.
They were going to woman and man now. They went from woman to man. Right, that's right. Because the men started watching soap opera.
Yeah. The jail, you better not turn that channel. That's they soaps. I said, what the hell going on here? Unfortunately, I had this opportunity of going back and forth in jail in my course of my life. And I seen the difference that we was on the rest of it. It wasn't on the soap operas. God bless America. These men picking up the whole yard, and most of them done turned their own to their own self. You know, it's one thing not having knowledge of yourself, but your knowledge of your sex. Every time you pee, you know who the hell you are. How can you be confused? It don't make no sense. But it makes sense when you see how to depopulate people do that in more than one way. But that's it. If everybody don't want to add on as far as reproducing, there we go. They can't stop us. We reproducing like it's all right. It comes down to statistics that the colored man has a negative birth rate. So he's trying to make everybody else like him. But where he messed up at, integration. Integration. Now it messed us up too because we stop catering to our own people, businesses, and we want to eat with them. You know, we want to eat with the biggest thieves in the world, the biggest liars in this world, the biggest murderers in the world. We want to shit next to them in a bathroom. Oh, you know what I mean? Crazy, but this is what happened. And we didn't support our own, institutions. But now every other commercial, you see a black or white person together with half of their kids. Y'all ever notice that? Now, if they keep mixing with the original people, they're going to be no more than them. But let's just say it takes 600 years for that process to happen. You know, they said, we're going to take them off our planet. You know, I'm saying in a week, but it looks like it's going to be going to 600-year route. That's America. You know, even Obama. His mama was black. And, let's face it, man. He was supported by all the big corporations. Presidents are not elected, they are selected. Where did he come from? Now, he went to what? Columbia University? Harvard? He became a lawyer, he was the head of the debate team. Do you know anybody go to Columbia or Harvard? You know what I'm saying? He wasn't an ordinary black person. You know how much that tuition is? Tuition is greater than your income for the year. So you're definitely not going, unless you got no scholarship, They'll push it, you know what I'm saying? But you better believe once you get out of that school, you're working for them. Now we're coming up, we got people with money in the entertainment field, because all they want to do is laugh at us, and bet on us. You know, if you can bounce a ball or sing a note, you can get paid. But the price to pay that, because they have you in their devilish cults. But if you ain't down with it, I see this thing, people call it too strong. They got a podcast, and they're talking about the panda eyes. Anybody know about the panda eyes? How they get the panda eyes? They get the panda eyes from anal sex, like gay rape, and they had a list of people who had panda eyes. Obama, Winfrey, you know what I'm saying? The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the smack Chris Rock up. Great. He smack like a little bitch. Man, what kind of smack is that? You see his smack? Yeah. Keep your wife, my wife's name out your... Come on. And everybody they just cold freaks. They even talk about how they freak off of other people. They already compromised. In order to get there, but they named some other people, I mean, there's talented people. They didn't have to compromise, to my eyes. But I am not a person who is a starving artist, And they talk about selling your soul to the devil. Exactly what people do to make it. They sold the devil, and they are down with their crazy, like I said, ungodly practices of what they do. to each other. You know, Queen of England, they named the prince to somebody. You know, it's too strong. The podcast is this guy named Orlando Brown. You know, you ever know who Orlando Brown was? Child actor. He had a bad eye. You know what I'm saying? He tell all about it. He tell all about it. That's right. How the Fresh Prince was the great girl. Yeah. I'm just telling what other people have already talked about online. You know, I'm not making nothing up because I got the kind of imagination. I don't know about the freakishness. You know, the lessons already warned us. He says, once you learn how filthy they are in all their affairs, you want to run them from what? Amongst you. You know? And that's an actual fact. You know? But the mentality of the people, I can't beat them on my joint. Because they didn't have no hope. They had to announce to themselves. I can't argue, you know what I'm saying? So when I can announce to themselves, what other choice do you have? You know, you don't know no better. Announcement is what to know. You know? But after having announced, you do that, it's cold devil. You got a lot of people, you get this cold devil. Black devil. You know, that's why they say the worst devil was the black devil. He's the strongest. He's from the original. You know, that's not our nature. You know what I'm saying? But living 2,000 years in caves, I cannot imagine how that is. They say that Musa came to teach them, or they forgot to now since you know that devilment is a learned behavior. He had to put a ring of fire around them, they say, right? But the Moorish guy told me they had to tie them up to a tree, give a blood train, so they could walk straight up and down. You know, history I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It goes deep in the history of these people coming from the Ukraine, the Caucasus Mountains. It's the same place. It's the same place.
Ukraine.
The head of establishment where child trafficking and human trafficking and all kinds of illegal dealings are going on. With the president's son out there smoking crack with kids, having sex. He was so cracked up, he had a laptop, he went to get it repaired and forgot all about it. What did they do with that president? And they found all this stuff on the laptop. They didn't want to talk about it. They had something going on this week about it, right? You know what they did? They changed the jet stream and balloons, the weather balloons from the Chinese flew over